students, welcome back to Unix programming class. Today we will learn about escaping and quoting. So these two concepts are used for removing the special meaning of meta characters which are used in writing patterns for accessing the files. Okay, for identifying the files, writing a common pattern which is called as a regular expression will be written using meta characters. Suppose if you don't want those meta characters special meaning to be associated with that symbol, because you are using that meta character as a part of the file name, then you should escape the special meaning, because that shouldn't act as a meta character, rather it should act as a normal symbol, isn't it? For that purpose we use escaping and quoting. Removing the special meaning of wildcards is done through this escaping and quoting. Escaping is done with the symbol slash, because you have seen escape sequences in C also, right, which starts with a slash, slash n, slash t, slash v, slash b, etc., isn't it? So those are all escape sequences. With them also the slash is used. Similar way here, for escaping the special meaning of meta characters, also the slash is used. Quoting means enclosing the wildcard or the entire pattern within quotes. Okay, either you can use single quotes or you can use double quotes, but both of them have a little different meaning. We will discuss that in the next slides. Okay, so you can use either single quote or double quote. Suppose if you use something within quotes, okay, so something here within quotes, so any meta characters which are included with this content which is placed within the quotes, the special meaning of that meta character will be removed and that will be treated as just a normal symbol, okay, which will be displayed as normal symbol. It will not be evaluated. Okay, so that is why the escaping and quoting are used. Let us see some examples of escaping. To remove a file named chapstar, okay, so there is a file, assume, whose name itself is chapstar. Okay, we have studied that in Unix you can give different characters also as a part of the file name. So star is a part of file name now, it is not a meta character. So in that case, how will you write? Suppose you want to display the contents of chapstar file. If you say cat chapstar, what it will do? It will list or it will display the contents of all the files which start with chap and followed by anything, isn't it? But we don't want that. We want to display only the content of the file whose name is chapstar, only one file. So in that case you have to remove the special meaning of this star. We don't want that star to act as a meta character but as a normal symbol. In that case, how you can write? You can write like this. Suppose you want to remove the file chapstar. Suppose if you say chapstar, rm chapstar, what it will do? It will remove all the files which start with chap. Yesterday I was practicing these commands. I was trying them on the Termux. So accidentally I wrote rm chapstar. So all files which start with chap were deleted. Okay, so you should be careful while doing that. So when you say chapstar, when you want to delete a file called chapstar, you have to write like this with escape sequence, character chap slash star. So now when you say star slash star, the special meaning of star will be removed. Okay, special meaning of star will be removed and that star will be treated as just a symbol. It will not be having any special meaning, and hence this chap star file will be removed. Okay, with this command you can remove the file called chapstar. So next example is to list a file whose name itself is chap0123 within parenthesis. So you know, you have already studied that this parenthesis, square parenthesis, is treated as a character class, right? So whatever you give within that character class, single character will be identified by a character class, and whatever you give within this character class, that will be identified, isn't it? So here you can give range also. You have given 1 to 3, that means 1, 2 and 3, those 3 digits will be identified. That means chap 01, chap 02, chap 03 will be identified by this pattern, isn't it? But we don't want to do that, because we have given the name of the file itself is chap 0 within brackets 1, 2, 3. The name of the file itself is like this. This is not a pattern. In that case, we want to escape the special meaning of these brackets. So how to write? By escaping, you can do like this. So you are giving an escape, you are escaping the special meaning of bracket, once here opening bracket, another time here which is a closing bracket. Okay, you are removing the special meaning of those brackets. So now those will be treated as just symbols. Okay, they will not be evaluated as special symbols. Is that clear? That is how the escaping will be done of the meta characters when they need to be treated as normal symbols. Okay, so then now it will list, this command is to list, right? It will list only this file and not all those files. Chap 0, chap 1, chap 01, chap 02, chap 03 will not be listed. Rather only this file will be listed. Okay. So that is how you can escape the special meaning of meta characters. So another example here. Suppose you want to create a file called My Documents. Suppose you want to create a file called My Documents. There is a space in between My and Documents, right? So what that space acts as actually, by default, a space is a separator. We have studied that, right? A space is a separator. So now when you say cat my space documents, what it will do? It will treat my as one file name, documents as another file name, isn't it? So then it will say the files are not existing. But we want to create a new file, isn't it? With my documents as a single file name, and in the file name we want to have a space. In that case, the special meaning of the space, which is a separator, will be removed by using that slash. Now that space will be treated as a simple character. That's it. It is not having a special meaning of separator. Okay. So that is how we can create the file My Documents. Later you can remove also in the same way. You can remove. We will try this. Okay. You can remove in the same way. Okay, next let us see echo double slash. Suppose you want to display slash, only slash. Then if you say echo single slash, it will not display, because that is having a special meaning. It is an escape sequence, right? It is an escape character. So it will not be displayed. So in order to display a single slash, you need to give double slash, because you are escaping the special meaning of slash itself. Okay, you are escaping the special meaning of slash itself. So 2 slashes you will use, then 1 slash will be displayed. Okay. Now if you want to display slash n as a part of a message, the new line character is double slash n. See, now you cannot give single slash n, because that is having special meaning, which is a new line character, and the cursor will be taken to the next line. It will not be displayed. Slash n will not be displayed, but rather it will be evaluated. The cursor will move to the next line, isn't it? To display slash n, we have to give double slash. We have to give this double slash. Then the single slash special meaning will be removed, and it will be treated as a normal symbol. It is not evaluated. Is that clear? So that is how escaping can be done. Okay. So let us execute these commands and check. Okay, let us create a file called chapstar. To create a file, let us use the cat command with the chevron symbol, the greater than symbol, and the name of the file is chapstar. The name of the file itself is chapstar. It is not a pattern. Okay, then we will, okay, it says it is ambiguous, because star is a meta character and chap is the name of the file. So it is ambiguous to redirect. So what you have to do, you have to create a file also with the escape sequence. Okay, you have to say chap star slash star. Okay, so now you have to create a chap star file like this. While creating also you have to escape the special meaning of star. Now it is created. Okay, now it is created. Now you can type some contents here and then say Control D for stopping the input to the file. Okay, now let us see whether chap star is created. See, chap star is created here, and you can also note that it is enclosed in single quotes to identify that it is not a meta character. It is the name of the file. Okay, chap star is created. So now if you say rm chap star, you should be very careful. You can see here so many files I have in my directory. As I said, I tried that rm chap star accidentally. I got deleted all the files which start with chap. Again I recreated all these files. Okay, so don't try rm chap star. You will be deleted with all these files. So let us try ls chap star. What it does, it will display all the files which start with chap star. But if I would like to display only that file which is, then the name itself is chap star, I can say ls chap slash star. Okay, chap slash star, then only this file will be deleted. Now this star special meaning we have removed, so it is not evaluated as a meta character. It is not taking as a pattern but rather a symbol. Hence this chap star file will be displayed. Okay, similarly you can use this with cat command also. Cat, when you say chap star, what happens? All the file contents will be displayed. See, all the chap files contents will be displayed. Which are all the chap files? Chap 01, 03, XYZ, Z, XY02, chap star, all files contents will be displayed. But if you would like to display only the file content whose name itself is chap star, then you have to use chap slash star. Then only the content of chap star file will be displayed. Okay, so that is how you can escape the special meaning of the meta character. Okay, so similar way you can use that brackets also. Let us say cat square parenthesis. Okay, let us start with chap 0 within square parenthesis, we'll say 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now the contents of all these files, right? 1, 2, 3, chap 01, chap 02, chap 03 will be displayed. Now let us create a file. To create a file, you can say chap 0. Then you have to escape the special meaning of this bracket. Then you can say 1, 2, 3. Again escape the special meaning of bracket and close the bracket. Okay, you have to use the chevron symbol for creation, right? So use that creation symbol, chevron symbol, and then say chap 0 slash, so you should know which slash you should use, slash bracket 1, 2, 3, again slash, close the parenthesis. Now the file is created. The name of the file is chap 0 within parenthesis 1, 2, 3. The special meaning of parenthesis, which is acting as a character class, we have removed. Now these brackets are simple symbols. They don't have special meaning. Okay. So now you can type some contents here. Okay, then let us say Control D. Now it is created. So let us see whether it is created or not. Yes, it is created here. Okay, you can see the file name itself is chap0 within parenthesis 1 to 3 range, isn't it? The file name itself is like that. Now to see the content of cat chap0 1 to 3, see all the files contents will be displayed, right? All the file contents 01, 02, 03 will be displayed. But if you want to display the content of only that file, then you can use chap0 then slash bracket 1 to 3 then again slash close the bracket. Then only this file content will be displayed, right? So special meaning of that bracket will be removed. It will not be evaluated. Okay, let us see that my documents example with space. So now let us create a file my documents. See, it says my documents, no such file or directory. It is stating my and documents as two separate files. Okay, that's why it is giving you the error. So what you have to do, you have to escape the special meaning of this character, this space which is acting as a separator. Then you can use, now that space will just be treated as a normal symbol and not a separator. Okay, so now continuously my documents is a single file name. Now you can give some content here. Okay, then say Control D for end. Okay, then you can check, say cat my documents. So what it will do, it will give you error. So no such file or directory, because you have to again, while displaying the contents also, you have to use the escape sequence. Okay, to escape the special meaning of space. Okay, now it will display the contents of my documents file. Using that slash, you have removed the special meaning of space as a separator. Now space is just a symbol. It doesn't have any special meaning, right? Okay, then let us say echo single slash. What happens? It says you have to continue the command. It is not yet ended, because slash is a escape sequence, right? So it will not take it as a file. Okay, so it will not take it as a character. It will not it will be treated as a special symbol. So in order to display a slash, you have to use double slash, so that the special meaning of that slash will be removed. Now single slash will be displayed. Okay, similarly, if you say echo and a message with the new line character is /n, see what it will display. The new line character is simply n, it will display, because the slash is having special meaning, so it has to be removed to display /n. So how to do that? So before this slash, you put another slash to remove the special meaning of /n. Now it displays the new line character is /n, isn't it? So that is how you can use the escaping sequence for removing the special meaning of meta characters, wildcard characters. Okay. The next concept which we have to see is the quoting, but escaping and quoting both are used for removing the special meaning of meta characters. But before learning quoting, you should know what is command substitution. So let us discuss command substitution and then move on to quoting. Okay. So what is this used for? Command substitution is used for in a message to substitute the output of the command. Okay. So it will be using the standard output of another command. The standard output of another command will be printed in the command. Okay. So standard output, what is standard output, we will see in the upcoming discussions. So let us see an example here. Echo the date today is date. So what it will display? The date today is date. It is, see, it will be wonderful if this date command is evaluated and it will display the date today is and today's date if it displays. Date is a command, right? So if it is evaluated and in place of this date command, if today's date is displayed, it will be a wonderful message, right? But if you say the date today is date, it will not happen. So what you have to do, you have to use these quotes. These are not single quotes, okay, as we used in our message writing. These are not single quotes, these are called as back quotes. Okay, these are called as back quotes. So where it is situated in your keyboard is below the escape key. Okay, below the escape key you can check in your keyboard. There is a key beside 1, left side of the number 1. There is a key which is having combination of tilde and the back quote. Okay, tilde symbol we have used, right? This one, this is the tilde symbol, right? To go to the home directory, to represent home directory, we have used this tilde symbol, right? So the in combination with tilde symbol, there is a back quote key also. If you use that key with shift, it will give you the back quote. Okay, so using any command, if you give in back quotes, that will be evaluated in a message. Okay, so your output will be like this. The date today is, and in place of this date command, it will be evaluated and the today's date will be displayed. To evaluate a command and to get its output, that is what the standard output says. In echo command, the output of date command which is available in the standard output will be placed. Okay, that is the meaning of that explanation. What is standard output, we will see in the upcoming discussions. Okay, so that is how the back quotes will be used for command substitution. Let us see some other examples. Say here, echo, there are, within back quotes we have given here a command, ls pipelined with wc with -w option. So what is wc with -w option? It is, what is wc command? Wc command is word count, right? With w, if you use counting the words only words. Suppose if you say word count, it will give you the number of lines, number of characters, number of words, all details it will give you. But if you use wc with only -w, it will give you the only word count, number of words, isn't it? So what we are doing here is, we are taking ls command first. Ls command is executed. When you execute ls command, it will display all the file names which are there in your current directory, right? So that output will be given as input to wc. That is the work of this pipeline symbol, right? This pipeline symbol, the first command's output will be given as an input to the second command. Okay, first command's output will be given as an input to the second command. That is how the pipeline works, right? So here also first command is ls, right? The first command is ls. The output of this first command is given as an input to the second command, which is wc. So all file names in my current directory will be given to wc, and it will count how many words are there. So we will come to know how many files are there in my current directory. right? So that is what the intention is. So what it will display here, it will count how many files are there in my current directory and will display files in the current directory. This message will be displayed. The output will be, there are 28 files in my current directory. So how many files are there in your current directory, that value will be displayed here in place of 28. Okay. Then if you use, okay, so this is the usage of single quote and double quote here. Okay, in single quote, actually the back quote will not be evaluated. Okay, in double quote only the back quote will be evaluated. Okay, so we will come back to this after we discuss the quoting. So here you can see in the double quote, when we use double quotes here, we have used double quotes here, right? The back quote will be evaluated and you will get the output of that command. But you use single quote, here we have used single quotes, right? So this, using the single quote, if you within single quote, if you use back quote, it will not be evaluated, rather it will be treated as only symbol. Okay, it will only be treated as a back quote symbol. So output will be as it is. This command will not be evaluated, but as it is, it will be displayed. Okay, so there are two symbols which will not be evaluated in single quote. All others, double quote and single quote, same. Okay, when you include, but dollar symbol and back quote symbol, those two symbols will not be evaluated in single quote. Okay, so we'll see, it will be more clear to you in the next examples. Okay, next what we are discussing is quoting. Okay, after quoting only we will execute both quoting examples and command substitution. Quoting means special meaning of quote enclosed special character is turned off. So special meaning of characters is turned off when you place them in quotes. Either you can use single quote or double quote. Okay, so let us see an example. Echo single star. So previously we used two star to display this, two slashes to display the slash. But here if you enclose a single slash in quotes, then it will display the single slash. Okay. Then see, previously we have used chap slash star, but here the whole thing you can include in quotes, either single quote or double quote, both are same. See, RM my document. In the previous case we used a slash before the space, but here entire thing you can enclose in double quotes or single quotes. Then that special meaning of this space will be removed. Here the special meaning of star will be removed. Here the special meaning of slash will be removed when you place them in quotes. Okay. Next, the characters pipeline, greater than, less than and dollar are also special. Okay, so now they will not be evaluated. These will not be evaluated when you place them in quotes, single or double. But there is only single difference between single usage of single quote and double quote. As I said, the dollar symbol and back quote, which is used for command substitution, will be evaluated in double quote, but they will not be evaluated in single quote. These two will also be treated as normal symbols. Okay, the special meaning of these two symbols will also be removed. So output will be like this. So all these are special characters, right? But still it will be displayed as it is, the special meaning of which will not be evaluated. They will be treated when they are enclosed in quotes, they will be treated as normal symbols and not the meta characters. They will not be having any special meaning. Another example, echo my current directory is, see here what we are doing, we are executing a command by putting it in back quotes, right? While shell is evaluated using dollar shell. See, so I am discussing about this single quote and double quote now. This is back quote usage, this is dollar usage. Okay, so we have studied about this shell variable, right? It is an environment variable, that's why we have given it in capitals. So when this is used with dollar, the value of this variable will be taken, right? We have used dollar home, we have used dollar path, isn't it? So similarly, any variable's value, if you would like to access, we will prefix it with dollar symbol to access the value. So what it will be storing, this shell will be storing, the shell environment variable will be storing the path of my current shell. Okay, where my shell is stored. Shell is also a file, right, in Unix. So that should be stored somewhere on the disk. What is the path of that program, shell program, where it is stored in my disk? That path will be stored in this variable. Okay, so dollar shell, when you say, that path will be displayed. Okay, what is PWD? Print working directory. It will display my current working directory, right? So let us say what is the output of this. It will display like this. My current directory is, it will evaluate this command pwd and it will show you the current directory, your current directory, while shell is evaluated using dollar shell. Dollar shell will also be evaluated and it will say /bin/bash. Okay, /bin/bash. So the path of the shell will also be displayed. Okay. So when you use in double quote, see, we have used a double quote here, right? We have used double quote here. That's why the back quote and shell will be evaluated, dollar will be evaluated. But if you use the same command in a single quote, see, here we have used single quote, right? We have used single quote. So when you use it with single quote, any character within single quote will be treated as a normal symbol without any special meaning. It will not be evaluated. What will be the output? It will say my current directory is within backquote pwd, while shell is evaluated using dollar shell. Are you getting the difference? So here the output is as it is. Whatever the entire message here you have given, that entire message as it is will be displayed. Backquote is also not evaluated. Dollar is also not evaluated. But when you give the same command in double quotes, the backquote and the dollar will be evaluated. Any other special character if you include, that will be as it is. Okay, it will not be having any special meaning. Okay, so that is the difference between the single quote and the double quote usage. Otherwise anything you can use. The previous command, the previous case we have used, right? In the previous case, here you can see within quote, either you use this pattern within single quote or double quote, it doesn't make any difference. But when there is a usage of back quote and there is a usage of dollar symbol, then the single quote and double quote difference exists. Okay, so that is how it is used. Is that clear? Okay, then let us see the execution of command substitution and quoting. Okay, let us display a slash using echo command. Echo. So previously using escaping, we used the double slash, right? But now we will use this in single quotes or double quotes. Anything is fine. 2 slashes. I will close the quote. So it will display the slashes. Okay, if you want to use single slash, you can use single slash. Okay, so slash you can display using a single slash, but it should be enclosed in quotes. Either you can enclose in single quote or double quote also. I will show you. It will be the same. Okay. Okay, double slash it is not supporting. Okay, it is not supporting double quote with this. Let us see with other commands. Let us say chap star. We have tried this, right? It will display all the files starting with chap. So same thing, let us include in quotes, single quotes, chap star. Sorry, quote is not closed. So it says chap star file doesn't exist. Why? Chap star is there. Okay, let me try with single line. Okay, so it displays, right? Chap star, only chap star will be displayed. It will not be, star will not be evaluated, right? So similarly, if you say echo today's date is, and within backquote I will specify, see this is the backquote, I will specify date command. So if I say without backquote, what happens? Let us check. So today's date is date, it will display as it is, right? Today's date is date, it will display as it is. So in order to get the output of date command, I can say echo today's date is, within backquote I will say date, then it will be evaluated, the date command will be evaluated. See, the date command is evaluated. Today's date is, the date will be evaluated. Okay. Okay, then again, echo, let us try this with double quotes. There are, within backquote, LS pipeline with WC minus W backquote close. This is the command, so I will close the backquote. Files in my current directory. The double quote close. See, there are 57 files in my current directory. That backquote will be evaluated, right? Similarly, if you use the same command with single quote, what happens? Echo there are, within backquotes, LS pipelined with WC minus W backquote close, files in my current directory, single quote close, say enter. It will display there are LS pipelined with wc minus w files in my current directory. That means it is not evaluating this command. Okay, it is not evaluating this command. It is treating the backquote and pipeline also as special not normal symbols. Their special meanings are removed because we are enclosing this entire thing in the single quotes. Okay, this entire thing is enclosed in single quotes. Whatever the special symbols come within those single quotes, everything will be treated as normal symbols. But in double quotes, the backquote and the dollar symbol special meaning will be evaluated, but other symbols it will treat as normal symbols. Special meaning will be removed. Okay, that is the difference between single quote and the double quote usage. Okay, let us see. This is how the command substitution works with the backquote usage. So let us see some other commands with the quoting. Say echo with double quote. First we will use with single quote, then we will try with double quote. My current directory is, so how to display using pwd command, right? So I will use backquote, say pwd, then close the backquote. It will be evaluated. Will it be evaluated in single quote? No, backquotes and dollar symbol will not be evaluated. So then I will say while shell, which is an environment variable, is evaluated using dollar shell. So quote close, single quote close. What happens? It will be treated. The backquote and dollar will be treated as normal symbols. Their special meaning will not be removed. Will be removed. Okay, they will not be evaluated. They will be printed as it is. But if you use the same command with double quotes, say what happens? My current directory is pwd in backquotes while, okay, I can copy this, right? I will copy this. Evaluated using dollar shell. Close the double quote. Now see what happens. Will it be evaluated or not? Yes, the backquote and dollar are evaluated because it is enclosed in double quotes. See, my current directory is, it is displaying the current directory, and while shell is evaluated using this path. Okay, the bin bash at the end, you can see this bin bash. So our shell is bash shell, and it is evaluated. The path of bash shell is displayed. Okay, so that is how you can use the single quote and double quote for removing the special meaning of meta characters, and also backquotes for evaluating a command in a message. Is that clear? Work all these commands and check practically what output you will get. Okay, that's all for today. Have a good day. Bye bye. Practice all the commands.